Hey, what's up? This is Brian at B&B Exotics. I just wanted to show y'all how I set up my female, what you would say, maternity ward. Alright? This is for my special females that are not in groups. So for my females that I want to watch and keep a close eye on, which I keep a close eye on all my females, but there's certain females that like new breeders, young breeders and things like that that are suspect that you might feel the need to keep a special eye on. You know, this is how I set it up for a special project female. This is a 10-gallon aquarium, okay? We have, this is just for one Leo, all right? This is not for two females. This is just for one special project female, all right? I first place paper towel on the bottom for substrate. Then I get one of those Glad containers. For a female, sometimes you have seen people use those squarer Glad containers, the ones that look like this little square cube-like thing. I've used them, but I've noticed that these right here work the best. Yeah, that size. Alright, this is a 10-gallon tank. You see the size of the lay box, okay? You want your Leo to have enough room to get in there, to be able to dig around, and especially if it's a young breeder, especially if it's a young female that this is her first time. You want her to be as comfortable and as relaxed as possible. You don't want her all crammed in or feeling like, that's how you get eggs that are, laid under hides, water bowls, whatever, is when the female feels like, well, to me, this is just from my opinion, the female feels like the area that was made for her to lay it was not sufficient, or she didn't feel comfortable laying her eggs in there. That's just how I look at it. They're not dumb animals. They're very smart, and they want to, lay their eggs and be as comfortable and as safe as they can when giving birth. Okay, so I get this size Glad container. Fill it full of Eco Earth, cocoa fiber. I used to use peat moss. I used to use vermiculite. I've used it all. Peat moss dries out too quick. Plus, it's not that good for, to me, I don't know. It's not that good for keeping moisture or for them to lay eggs in. It's not fine enough. It's not, they can't dig a hole and, it's not that good of a substrate for me. All right. So I fill it about, see, that much full. Place that in there over the heated side. I have a under tank heater on my tanks that I use for special females. That's what I have tanks for. I use them for special breeding females and males that are big males that, that I want to keep an eye on or something like that. But I fill it with the Eco Earth. Place cool hide there. You want to get a light dimmer for your under tank heater. You can get these dimmers at Lowe's or any type of hardware store. They sell them $8, $6. It's worth it, because if your eggs are too cold, she won't lay. If the earth is too cold, she won't lay. If it's too hot, she won't lay. All right, so you want it to be anywhere between 88 and 90 degrees. It's always good to have a temp gun. I just laid this hide in there. Let's see what the temperature is. Infrared, bam, 60 degrees. All right, I just placed it in there. Still a little damp up under there, so that's why it's 60. I say a half an hour, it should be up to about 80 degrees. Okay, you place your point, hold for 3 seconds, and it reads. All right, you always want to get one of them temp guns. I got this one at Sea Serpent, SeaSerpents.com. That's where I got my racks. That's where I got some of my racks. All right, then in the lid, you want the lid to be with a little hole, not too big of a hole, because you want it to stay moist in there. All right, you want the hole to be right there towards the corner. I know a lot of people that put them in the middle. Me, I always set mine right towards the corner so he can crawl up, boom, go in the hide. All right, and I usually put the water dish right there for them. That way, crickets or mealworms and stuff that do crawl out of the dish or whatever can't drown in the water bowl. Keeps your water pretty clean. All right, calcium dish. Calcium dish, water dish. That's simple. Then you place the Leo. Check the hide you don't want it soaking, but you don't want it too dry. You want it just fine. I say be able to squeeze it and not get a dropout. That's what you want your substrate to be. Alright, and you want to keep it at 88, anywhere between 87, 88 to 90 degrees. Alright, check your heat, check your substrate, make sure your vitamins, your calcium, you're dusting your insects with the vitamin supplement, calcium with vitamin D3, and everything should go swell. Thank you, and I want everyone to have a nice season. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to PM me or check me out on bnbexotics.com. Thanks. See ya.